Hi everybody, Adam here. Welcome back to our Lego room. In today's video, we're going to be running trains around the mainline tabletop layout. Been a while since I've done that. We've had things in and around the layout on track, etc. as we finished up the upper elevated layout. Really happy with how that's come together, but I've been working on getting this all cleaned up and ready to go again, and just want to put the trains and the track through their paces. Really, it just makes sure everything's working the way we expect, and kind of a fun sort of experience in getting back into the flow of this particular part of the layout here, as we then sort of transition into a few projects for this part of the layout, getting ready for a show that we have coming up in roughly a month and a half almost. So really looking forward to this. Been far too long. So let's start out by running the Maersk train around the outer track on the layout. Good sign. Everything seems to be functioning the way we expect. It's what one always hopes for. You think it's like, okay, I'm pretty sure everything's cleared off, all the sidings and everything, the switches should be set properly, but until you start running the train around, you never quite know what's going to happen. But everything's running really smoothly. Really nice to see. The Maersk is such a great train, and nice to have a lot of different cars that it's pulling there. I really need to see if I can pick up another one of those locomotives. It would be nice to have two of them pulling from the front there. Coming through the yard again. Still a lot of chaos around the Lego room at the moment. Been making some good progress with the long weekend and getting everything moving along, and tidying things up, getting new display areas ready, making progress on our under table layout, but still a long ways to go. It's fun though. I don't know about everybody else, but I know for sure when I don't get to come down and work in the basement area here on the layout for a week or two, I really miss it. It's very fun to come down here, run trains, build, whatever it might be. I definitely miss it when I have those stretches where traveling for work or other things and life just gets in the way. So really happy to be able to be back down here. This is running really smoothly. Quite happy with this. I think the next step here is to maybe try running this, flipping it over onto the interior mainline loop. Seeing how things run there. So I set this switch here, so it should cross over to the interior mainline track when it comes around, and then we can flip that back so it runs normally again and stays on the interior. Nice and smooth there. Everything's still moving around nicely. Oh, we ended up... Where did we cross? We're back on the outside again. Where did it cross? It must have crossed over in the yard over there. So let's try switching this again. So now if we move down this way, you should see it cross back over to the interior, and then we can see where the issue was. Okay, so everything's good there. Must be the yard. I don't think there's really... Yeah, it's still right there. So it must be here where it's gonna come back. Yeah, there it is. There it is. There's always something that's not quite set the way you expect. Not a huge deal though. So that must be that one. Yeah, I think that should be set right now. We will find out in a moment. Okay, that's good. So that's set correctly. Now we should be able to take the... Yeah, that looks right. It's staying on the interior. No issues. I can reset those switches though, so that there's no weirdness later on. Running very well, quite happy with that. Now, true to form, I turned the camera off to move to a different camera angle, and we had a couple of the cars come apart crossing over the crossover track over there, the monster double crossover. So everything's sorted out now. I've got the flat car that was in there. I've pulled it out for now. It's back together though over there. So we'll just run with these cars and see, just make sure everything behaves again before we try to move through the interior yard track there using the T Junction down by the grain elevator. So let's see if we can start this back up again. It's a little faster, I think, than I wanted, but that should be okay. Can slow that down when it comes over here. Not so fast. Oh yeah, other way. Let's go. It should be a much more leisurely pace. Not sprinting around the layout, but still moving fast enough. moving okay. Okay, I think I feel pretty good about that now. So let's move to the inside of the layout and try coming through the T junction into down through the yard to the crossover here and back out onto the main line. Okay, so we're on the inside of the layout now. Watch the train continuing to make its loop. Let it come around one more time and then we will quickly flip some switches. It should take us through the yard. And then back on to the outer main line. We come over here. So if we do that one like that, then we come down here. I think it would actually be fine even if I didn't do this switch here, but I think we will do this just to make it all work nicely. Fingers crossed. I'm gonna get out the controller just in case I need to do the emergency stop. Ooh, yes, there we go. The emergency stop was good. Good to have that queued up. Oh, yeah, okay. Okay, just a second here. Let me stop this so that I can fix that up. Okay, so we did our emergency stop. There was one of the switches in the crossover that was not set correctly. Yeah, everything should be good now. I've got the train reset here on the yard line. So if we start to move that forward, that should go through back out onto the main line. Yes. And the inner rail on the main line. So that looks good. Always want to have the controller at the ready in case something goes sideways. But now let's watch that come back through here, and we can probably even up the speed a little bit, but let's see here first. Looks positive. There we go, that's what we want. A little extra speed. Love having the T junction and that monster double crossover. Can't wait for the lower level full T junction to go in and the monster crossovers that I'm going to add there. Over this way. Let's see. Very cool. Yeah, this T Junction is an awesome track module. It will be really cool when we've got the second one up and running. I've actually got 2 more of the monster crossovers coming for the underneath part of the layout. Hoping that I can have them in a spot under there where you can put them through their paces a bit more. I feel like I love the module up here on the main line layout on top of the table, but really only 2 of those 4 tracks get much use. You can still come from the rail yard and use the top 2 on your way back to the main line, but it would be nice if we could have all 4 of them be traversable, even if just for a little distance. I think in at least one of the spots where I'm going to use it on the lower layout, 2 of them will be siding tracks and then 2 will be the main line. And the siding ones should carry on past the point of past the end of the crossover module. So we should be able to go a little farther on track 3 and 4, whereas here you basically can't go past the end of the module there. Otherwise you're off into the trees. Okay, well that's working really well. Feel like I should probably next get the Union Pacific up from the under table layout where it is right now and get it set up on the outer main line. I think that the Maersk has the inner main line locked down pretty well, so let's try getting the Union Pacific on the outer main line and seeing how that performs. So we've got the Union Pacific running now on the outer main line. Maersk is still running on the inner main line through the yard. Both seem to be running pretty smooth at the moment, which is really nice to see. It is definitely very zen just listening to the trains moving around. We had a small issue with the back car here coming uncoupled from the Union Pacific there. Goes through pretty good, smoothly in that area, but I think there must be a little bit of a bump there, so I'm gonna have to go through and see if I can smooth that out a little bit. But, you know, overall, really happy with how things are performing. I had worried that, you know, I mean, it was relatively easy to move stuff off of the tracks, but, you know, I was interested to see whether any of the track had kind of come, you know, a little undone or become uneven from, you know, moving things over the track, standing on track, as we were getting the upper layout in place. But everything seems to be in pretty good shape. Just a couple small areas that I'll kind of revisit, make sure that everything is as level as we can make it. Yeah, it's still pretty smooth through that. There's a little bit of a bump, I think, just because of the changing surfaces there between the two tables. But yeah, everything's working really well. So nice to be able to run trains again around the layout. Next steps, I want to get the two wind turbines up and running again up here so that we can have those in action. And I want to make some more progress on the lighting around the layout. So probably do some lighting tests, see where everything is at currently. We've got a few orders that have come in for with some additional lights and wires and control boards. So we'll get that sorted out. But really happy with how this is going. We've got a few more trains that we will test out around the layout in upcoming videos, but this first test has gone really well and just super happy to see the trains running again. A very relaxing experience and just nice to see how far we've come along in the room here. It's going to be awesome to see trains running on the mainline layout here at the same time that we have trains running on the upper level as well. So look for that in an upcoming video. But really happy with the progress we're making here in the Lego room, both around the layout and with some of our display and storage areas as well. A fun 3-day weekend working away in the Lego room here. Thank you guys very much for watching. If you have not subscribed to the channel, please make sure to do so that you don't miss out on any of our upcoming videos. And thank you very much for watching. We will see you again soon. Take care. Bye.